So Mike Tyson vs Jake Paul has come and gone, and it was sad in so many ways. People have been melting down left and right, like this guy who lost a ton of money betting on Mike Tyson. I actually nearly did this to my computer screen too when Netflix kept buffering every 2 seconds. But this is not even the worst waste of money that occurred during the fight, as there were 2 people who literally threw $2 million down the toilet voluntarily. Like, bro paid $2 million to watch the TV when he's literally so close that Mike Tyson's forehead sweat probably hit him during the fight. These guys weren't the only ones to lose big, because apparently Drake lost $355,000 betting on Mike Tyson, so Drake definitely took an L with that one. And look, Mike Tyson is the GOAT. He would have annihilated Jake Paul in like 5 seconds flat if this fight took place when he was in his prime. But bro is 58 years old, which we know Jake Paul has no problem beating up senior citizens. Like, Jake's next opponent is just going to be some geriatric that they wheel out of a nursing home. There was actually a meme I saw on Twitter, which is probably super accurate. Jake Paul has challenged Jimmy Carter, age 100, to a boxing match after beating Mike Tyson. I mean, that wouldn't even surprise me if it was true. If we look at Jake Paul's boxing record, he only fights senior citizens or people who are not boxers and way past their prime. He beat retired NBA player Nate Robinson, who was 40. He beat Ben Askren, who was retired and 40, and a grappling specialist, not a boxer. He beat Tyrone Woodley, also retired and 42 years old. Anderson Silva, 49 years old. The only time that he fought an actual professional boxer that was close to his own age and also in his prime was Tommy Fury, and he lost. Look at that face, man. So yeah, I think we can all agree that it's pretty disgraceful for a 27-year-old to fight a 58-year-old. But the Paul brothers have no shame, so it's not surprising. And to be honest, the fight itself was pretty dull. I mean, Mike Tyson showing his bare ass pre-fight was more entertaining than the actual fight.
What's your prediction?
Vicious win.
Vicious win. Thank you, Dad.
Love you.
Love you too.
What the Just to think that 60 million people were watching Mike Tyson's bare ass, but it was probably all pixelated and lagging because you couldn't go 2 minutes watching the Netflix stream without it buffering. But as for the fight itself, a lot of people think it was scripted, and I actually think it was too, at least partially, because it was pretty clear that both of them were holding back during the fight, and Jake Paul probably could have got the KO because Mike is old, and he just seemed winded and dazed, and not really on his game. And Jake Paul actually admitted post-fight that he purposely didn't go for the KO because he wanted to give the crowd a show and he didn't think that Mike Tyson could handle it.
At any point did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit because you noticed he was tiring out?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
Did you feel Mike's power at all?
No.
He hit you with one, and you gave him the tongue.
I only because the crowd got turned up, but it didn't actually hurt. But I mean, no one's punches have really hurt. I got buzzed a little bit against Tommy Fury, but that's about it.
To be honest, respect to Jake for not going for the KO. That was actually good sportsmanship, because if he had knocked Mike Tyson out, this fight would have been more shameful than it already was. Especially since Mike revealed after the fight that he nearly died in June when he postponed the match. I almost died in June, had 8 blood transfusions, lost half my blood and 25 pounds in hospital, and had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. So props to Mike Tyson for going the distance, 8 rounds after almost dying just a few months ago. I actually think Mike did this fight more for himself, to prove to himself he can go 8 rounds with a stronger, younger guy like Jake Paul, so good for him. So during the post-fight press conference, Jake Paul's ego actually blew up like a balloon, and he started calling out Conor McGregor and saying that he was scared to fight him and all this stuff.
What about you and Conor McGregor? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, he'll never do that though. He knows. He knows way.
One, he's under contract, and two,
he's not his own boss.
And two, he won't do it. He knows better. He might.
And it's funny to say like, yo, Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul and will never box him, but it's the fucking truth. And look at him go toe-to-toe with Nate Diaz, who was easy work for me. It was like a Monday sparring session to beat Nate Diaz's ass. So he doesn't ever want the smoke with me. It won't ever happen.
We believe Canelo would do a cruiserweight fight. There's no way Conor does a cruiserweight fight with Jake Paul.
Who is this dude? He just started yapping. Literally no one asked him for his opinion. But anyway, I don't think Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul. I don't think Jake even believes that. But he's clearly trying to get a reaction, provoke a beef. You know, it's a marketing strategy, because he'd love to fight Conor McGregor because, you know, he'd make a ton of money. It would be an enormous payday. But Conor actually did end up responding to Jake calling him out, and it was pretty brutal. Nakisa already rang me, lad. It's this guy next for you, good luck, pal. And it's Mitch McConnell, an 82-year-old US senator. I mean, that is Jake Paul's ideal opponent. They'll probably just start wheeling them out of the nursing home at this point and literally just wheel them into the middle of the octagon and Jake can start boxing them. Or to be honest, maybe 82 is even too young for Jake and they'll just start getting them out of the graveyard, like who knows. It's really just a bottomless pit how low the Paul brothers can go. They always exceed expectations.
What does your gut say right now? Is this possibly the last time for you?
I don't think so.
You've got more in you. Who comes to mind?
Well, I don't know. Maybe his brother.
You want to fight Logan? Logan, I think he said you might be next.
I'll kill you, Mike.
No, please, no.
I'll kill you, Mike.
So of course, Logan had to make it all about him because the world revolves around him and his huge ego. Like, Jake actually looks pretty decent next to his brother. And we all know that Logan lives in his own delusion. Like, he actually thinks he's the best boxer alive. He said on a podcast he would beat Jake Paul in a fight. Even though he lost to KSI, he lost to Floyd Mayweather, and his only win is a disqualification win against Dylan Dennis, so he's never had a proper win. Like, go back to WWE, bro. You're not killing anyone. Well, there is a lot of mold in Lunchley, so you never know. What do you guys think about this entire situation? Let me know in the comments, and if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.